We're here today at Troy Mine's tailings impoundment to inspect progress toward reestablishment of vegetation and also to inspect ongoing reclamation work at the mine and mill site. I'm Wayne Jepson, a reclamation specialist with the Montana Department of Environmental Quality. I've been involved in the state's oversight of the Troy Mine since the 1990s to ensure compliance with operating and reclamation requirements of the Montana Metal Mine Reclamation Act.
The Montana Metal Mine Reclamation Act requires that all lands disturbed by mining operations be reclaimed to protect human health and the environment and restored to an appropriate long-term use, such as wildlife habitat.
The Troy Mine was a large underground copper-silver mine in northwest Montana that operated between 1981 and 2015. The project is now in the final stages of reclamation.
So the Troy Mine spans both private land and Forest Service managed lands. So the tailings storage facility and associated infrastructure are on private lands, while the mill buildings, administrative offices, the portals themselves are all located on Forest Service land. I'm Julie Hopkinson. I'm the Minerals Program Manager on the Kootenai National Forest. The Forest Service Manual really governs how we respond to mining proposals. When we receive a plan of operations, we always require that a reclamation plan also be submitted. We have reclamation at the forefront of our minds from the very beginning.
Reclamation began at the tailings storage facility in 2017 and included the placement of cover material and topsoil on approximately 300 acres. Once topsoil was placed, the revegetation process began, which included the planting of numerous native grasses and the planting of over 100,000 trees and shrubs. I'm JP Downey, Care and Maintenance Supervisor for Hecla's Montana properties, including the Troy Mine.
Hecla Mining has been granted partial bond release for building demolition and successful reclamation on portions of the mine site, while DEQ and the Kootenai National Forest still hold additional bond for further work.
The Metal Mine Reclamation Act requires bonding to ensure that in the event an operator is unable to complete reclamation on the site, the state is sufficiently funded to step in and complete that reclamation.
We finished the topsoil placement and vegetation planting at the tailings storage facility in 2019. The vegetation is closely monitored and maintenance is done if areas are not performing up to the standards required in the approved reclamation plan. Behind me here is the former site of the Troy Mine mill and concentrator building. Demolition began on all the buildings up here in 2020. It was finished in 2021. There's still topsoil placement and regrading and reseeding to be done.
The Kootenai National Forest has been intricately involved with the Troy Mine, and we appreciate collaborating with our partners for an effective and safe reclamation project.
Mine closure efforts now focus on installation of a permanent water management system to allow controlled drainage of water from the underground mine. Ongoing monitoring is required to ensure that water quality and aquatic life are protected over the long term.